Welcome. Blessings and peace to you all. Let us take a moment just to breathe, feel our feet or our seat connected to Mother Earth, allowing ourselves to feel this column of light that stretches up towards heaven and down deep into Mother Earth, surrounding each one of us. Beautiful column filled with the most exquisite golden effervescent light that pours down from above through our crowns, fills our heart, fills every cell of our body. It brings us this sense of ease, of stillness, as we allow the breath to come in, and with the out breath, all our concerns, our emotions, our feelings, any sounds or thoughts to dissipate their way down through Mother Earth. And as we breathe in the golden light of creation, of that which we call God, of divinity, of source. And we breathe out everything that is not part of that divinity, of that presence, of that deep inner knowing, that sense of being connected to all things, to all life. Allow yourself to feel now that your hands are on your heart, your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your right. And as you breathe in, you feel that sense of expansion. You feel the heart opening, the gold growing, expanding, and beginning to radiate outwards, establishing our connection with Mother Earth beneath us through our gratitude and love, and our connection with heaven, with Source, with that divine spark that animated this body above us. And in the very center is our heart pulsing, pulsating, vibrating. Perhaps we are rocking forward and backwards, allowing the flow and the ebb to move like a very shallow wave, allowing everything to integrate, allowing our beings to settle, to feel at groundedness with Mother Earth, to feel solid and steady, and to feel that downpouring of golden light and guidance and love from above, to feel ourselves surrounded by our guides, our angels, all those holy ones that watch over humanity and love us. And then to begin to feel that our hearts are sending out waves, sending out these beautiful feelers, these threads that weave together with all the hearts here on this call, all those listening to this recording, and to all of those who love, our loved ones, our friends, our family, allowing ourselves to feel this connection with all of life, with every single creature, be it man, be it human, be it animal, reaching out all the way across our planet to weave the threads of all of the hearts into this one beautiful tapestry that stretches its way around the earth, that reaches out into all worlds, into all universes, into all time, into all space. You may rest your hands So we wish you to know that you are divine. You are the expression of God's love. You are the essence of that love that has created all that is, that continues to uphold the energy of acceptance, of allowance, allows us to feel our oneness with all of life, and allows us to have a sense that everything our heart could desire is possible, because in the world of God, in the world of divinity, there is a perfection, there is a knowledge and a knowing of how everything is interwoven, interconnected, and is part of a benevolent energy that wishes only the highest potential for each creature, for each grain of sand, for each wave of glass, of grass, blade of grass, for each wave upon the shore, for each heart that beats, for each heart that loves, and even for those hearts that dwell in darkness and are not clear and do not know who they are. Our light reaches out to all beings, and so we understand that all who live within this framework of creation are all woven together by this beautiful web of the most divine intelligence, of this incredible awareness of how everything is ordained and woven together, and how all feeds each other, so that nothing can evolve unless everything evolves. Unless there is free will, and there are those that choose to not evolve. But this happens only for a short, brief moment in so-called time, because in the evolution of all that is, everything will come around to that opportunity to allow itself to evolve and grow. And so the divinity that has created you has what you might call infinite patience, because everything works according to a divine plan for an unfolding towards higher and higher vibrations, towards an evolution, towards a higher and higher aspect of divinity itself. For you might even consider that God itself, or his or herself, is also evolving as each one, as each atom and molecule, as each cell and organ evolves to a higher and higher level of frequency. So too that expansion affects everything that is. And we could say, and in fact, a good way to feel and think about that which we call divinity or God is that it is all that is. There is no being. There is no man with a big beard who lives on some cloud on some throne. There is no energy or entity that you can address even, that you could even understand to be what this supreme intelligence is. For it is already interwoven with all of creation. It exists in that which you call dark field or dark space, that which is the source of all energy, of all law, of all miracle, of all creation. For the divine and the supreme intelligence that created a way for evolution to even happen, for matter, for substance to even exist, is an intelligence so far superior and beyond the comprehension of the mind. And yet it has orchestrated the ability of creation to create itself and other creations. And in many ways, everything is perpetuated through this divine intelligent blueprint that the Creator has created for each living aspect of creation to have a way to be itself, such that an acorn will not become a pear tree, and a human being will not become a donkey, unless it chooses to be, of course. For you have also been given free will. And in many ways, at some level, your free will, you might say, is an aberration in this creation, because free will allows you to make mistakes. It allows you to go backwards in evolution, and it allows you to live in darkness, in fear, and create the kind of experience that life is now thrusting upon you in the world in which you live, on this planet, and in this three-dimensional reality that you think is all that might be. It is not the complete reality. In fact, it is such a minute aspect of it because it is a condensation, an extreme densification of the vibrations to such a level at which they become material, they become so-called solid, they become tangible to your senses. However, the frequencies are extremely slow, extremely low, and extremely dense. And you have assumed that this is the reality. Your free will allows you to rise above this perception and understand that there are higher aspects to reality, that you have the potential to evolve to become like stars. Each one has the ability and potential to evolve towards becoming a star, towards having a solar system around you, towards having planets around you. And even beyond, you can become a galaxy, because in the infinity of all that is, not only is everything possible, but everything is evolving. Even the sun, even the stars, even the galaxies, even the universes are constantly evolving, and they are infinite in number, in their scope, in their ability to inhabit space, you might say, and in their ability to express within some kind of form of time. So it is as if this is all existing in some world outside of you, and you are perhaps an observer, and perhaps you feel that you are insignificant in some way in the face of this great magnitude, of this great intelligence that is everything that is. However, what is important to know is that within you is the same vibration of God, that same supreme intelligence that has the ability to create realities that transcend everything your mind can even imagine. You have the ability, by knowing that you are God and that you are made of the same God essence that everything else is made of. You have the ability to create out of that ether, of that essence, that dark field that is the source of all energy. You have the ability to create anything that your heart desires, especially and as long as it is intended to serve a higher purpose for your own evolution and for the evolution of all of humanity, of all creation, of what we call the whole. It is not outside of you. You have the ability to feel and know and express that divinity within you as light and as love. For this tremendous essence, this grand intelligence that we call God, is actually another word for the energy of love. And the energy of love is the unconditional acceptance of all realities, of allowance of everything to be what it is, to set in motion an expression and allow it to express itself in whatever way it wishes to, because the intention for free will is that eventually, after exploring every possibility of what could be, perhaps of being in darkness, of being hidden in shadow, one will eventually come to that place of recognizing that the divinity is within you, that you are God, that you are the Christ, you are the living spirit, you are that essence of supreme intelligence that has the ability to create, to be creating from inspiration, from breathing in that divine energy that has the capacity to create all sorts of magical expressions and experience, all sorts of inventions, all sorts of wonderful things to satisfy all of your needs, all of your heart's desires and longing, to create the most beautiful forms of art and music and expression of dance, to fly, to walk upon water, to create gold in the palm of your hand out of the ethers, out of that etheric substance that pervades all of reality, that has the potential to be anything. And when your heart sets itself upon creating something, especially for the benefit of the whole, there is no limitation upon you for that creation to happen. The only limitation is your own belief system and your own mind. For you are the most powerful energy on this planet. You are not helpless or hopeless. You have the power within you to change anything from a negative to a positive, or from a positive to a negative. You live in a unified world, and yet the unified world consists of polarity, of duality, of negative and positive, of movement from one to the other, of the ability to create flow and current and movement. Everything that is living is in motion. Everything has motion within it, and everything is part of a greater motion that is happening beyond all of your awarenesses. And so you have the ability to flow with the flow of the electrons, with the electric currents. You have the ability to move with the currents of emotion, of the mentality, of mental awarenesses. You have the ability to create from nothing, seeming nothing, because there is no such thing as nothing in the manifest world. Everything is made of a substance that exists in the ethers, that exists within you and around you. And everything can be molded like the dust of the earth in the same way that creation of humans was done. You can use the energy to create anything your heart chooses, and your mind can put itself to. Any invention or creation that you can come up with can be made, for everything is possible. And within this context of everything being possible, we want you to understand that you have the ability to create magic, miracles, benevolence. You have the ability to bring calmness and peace to the hearts of those who are troubled. You have the ability to radiate light, to take the golden light that we began with and the light that comes forth from the cosmos, pouring its way down to the earth. You have the ability to integrate that light into yourself and then radiate it out to help those who are struggling, to help those who live in darkness, in shadow, and do not see and know and feel that they too are light, that they are made of this God substance, this God essence that operates according to a supreme divine intelligence and what you might call universal laws that are operating beyond your ken in a way, because you do not know, you do not believe that you can create a golden coin in the palm of your hand and have it manifest just like that. This is being done by ascended masters who have managed to transcend the limitations of your three-dimensional minds. You can create a way to become invisible and reappear in another place. You can walk on water. Many recorded instances of this phenomenon have been recorded over the many timelines. You have magical powers, except they are not magical. They are natural laws, but natural laws that transcend the laws that you are accustomed to of your current physics, your current understanding of realities. You have the ability to travel through the stars and return and report what you have seen. You have so much that is awakening inside of you right now. You have so much to look forward to within the context of the evolution of your species right now. For you are vibrating at higher and higher frequencies. Those who are awakening to the truth of who they really are. Those who understand the power of their beliefs, the power of thought to create, to make manifest that which your intention has laid out for you. It may seem like a stretch to those who are still encapsulated within a reality that is based on the five senses and that cannot see or feel or know beyond that. However, the more you practice, being in your heart, the more you practice feeling God within you, knowing that you are that divine essence. You are the expression of God's love. The more you are able to make that your reality, the more your frequency raises and the more you ascend with the new ascension process of Mother Earth, and the more you will live this kind of reality in which ease and grace and magic and serendipities and abundance and love and light, sharing and community, cooperation, all these things we are evolving towards now. And you must hold steady. You must hold in your mind's eye this image of divinity within. You must begin to observe the voices in your head and ask, are these for my highest good? Or are these old voices from programming, from patterning, from imprints that have affected me and I have not been conscious, and therefore I feel this negativity, or I judge myself, or I feel unworthy, and I feel like I cannot achieve anything, and I feel hopeless and lost and confused. Do not allow those voices to control you any longer. They have no truth or reality in God's essence and universe. You are a child of God. You have been created in the image of this divine intelligence, this supreme intelligence that had the capacity and continues on an ongoing basis to have the capacity to create and engender ongoing creation ad infinitum, into infinity, within infinity and beyond. You are immortal souls that have choice, so choose wisely. If you choose to live in misery, that will be your experience. If you choose to live in love, in brightness, in finding the silver lining to every cloud, in understanding that the divine that created you created benevolence to this universe, and that it is yours for the asking. It may seem strange to accept the idea that this is a benevolent universe. However, we want to assure you that as soon as you tune in to a belief system, to a knowing that this universe is benevolent, you will begin to experience a benevolent universe. And you will find that your life is thriving. You will find that everything your heart desires comes easily. You will find that relationships become exhilarating, become exciting, become mutually respectful and honoring, and that there is great exchange of ideas and of feelings of companionship, of brotherly and sisterly love, that you can have everything, and that you can have the kind of world that is benevolent when that is what you hold for your highest intention and your purpose, and that your mission and your purpose is to bring this new earth, this new world, this new reality of love and cooperation into existence. It already does exist. However, you must recreate it from within you. You cannot create things from outside of you. The source of all creation is within you. It is that God essence that is who you truly are, that is the same creation energy that you have within your cells, within your nervous system, within your brain and in your memory patterns. It is your consciousness that can determine what you create. And we are asking you to determine that as benevolent, as positive, as loving, and filled with light. There is an energy that is magnified when you do not think of yourself alone and yourself from the perspective of me first to the exclusion of others. When you begin to see everyone as the Christ, when you look at each face around you, and just as that one Mother Teresa did, she saw the Christ in everyone, in the squalor, in the gutters of Calcutta and India. She only saw the Christ. And it is possible for you too, if it not be the Christ that you feel an affinity with, to see God in everyone, to see the divine, to see the goddess, to see the beauty, to see the potential, to see that elevation of level of consciousness towards knowing that each one is an expression of divinity. If you practice this, it will become reality. If you feel into it, you will develop the muscle of your heart and of your intelligence and of your intention to create and find this all around you. Instead of expecting to be cheated, or to be robbed, to be harmed, expect to be loved and greeted with respect. Expect to have a heart-to-heart connection. Create and formulate the kind of mentality, the kind of experience, and the kind of associations that will create for you this kind of reality, this kind of experience. We have been working very diligently with this one who speaks to elevate his consciousness to this level where he is working and attempting to see everyone as the Christ, where he is working on this intention to know that God is within and that God can create anything that the mind can even devise or consider. Make it your intention to work towards this goal. Make it your practice to live inside of that space of the heart that knows that you are God, or the goddess, or the Christ, or whatever it is that you associate with this elevated level of consciousness. That you know that you are becoming one of the masters, that you are evolving towards a higher and higher level of mastery, that you are becoming an avatar, you are becoming a bodhisattva, that your heart's intention is always for the good of the whole, for the benefit of all, sometimes even to the level at which you may cast aside your own interest in order to help others. It is not always necessary. It is often necessary to take care of yourself first so that you have the resources to help others. However, the concept of selfishness that excludes benefit to others in order to benefit yourself alone, or those closest to you, or your clan, or your family, your small, illimited group of people that holds itself separate from everyone else. So it is necessary to evolve yourself towards the sense that you are a collective, that like the colonies of the bees, everyone has a place, everyone knows what their job is, and everyone contributes to the benefit of the whole. When humanity begins to move in this direction, you will have heaven on earth. You will have the new earth. It requires of everyone to participate. It requires of everyone to have a level of positivity towards the whole and have a sense of responsibility to help those who are less capable. It is part of that sense of compassion, of the desire to be kind, of that religion that the Dalai Lama calls kindness. When you are kind, when you share a warm touch, a smile, when you give someone more confidence, when you help them to do what they cannot do, perhaps they need food, they need warmth, perhaps they just need a little smile, a little encouragement or a pat on the back, saying you've done a good job. You always do your best. Whatever it is, know that you have within you that energy and essence of God. And God loves unconditionally. That's why God gave you free will. Use it wisely. Use it for the benefit of all. And you too will benefit because you are part of all. And this is the foundation of why you would do such a thing. Why would you do random acts of kindness if you did not know you were part of the whole, and that your heart wishes to express that in a way that enhances all of life, that cares for the creatures, that would never harm another, and that would always want to ensure that everyone has enough to eat, enough shelter, enough love and warmth and comfort. It is your purpose to be light, to spread and radiate light. It is your purpose to be of benefit to all of life and to all of creation, and to help God to evolve, because as you evolve, so does God. That supreme intelligence that created all that is also evolving. Everything that you could even consider, everything that is evolving. The smallest creature has a place in the choir of all that is. Everything has a place, everything is needed and wanted. Everything is in accordance with divine law, with universal law and supreme intelligence. Humans were given free will so that they could even create shadows and darkness and so-called harm and evil. That is part of the free will that they were given. And it is also part of how they will evolve out of it towards higher and higher frequencies of light. Because time is not. Time is eternal, infinite, immortal. Everything continues to evolve, and as part of that evolution, even those who dwell in the darkness and cannot see the light and cannot see the harm that they do and how it affects them, eventually will wake up Send them your light, or send them God's light. Send them that love that created them. Help remind them that they too are God essence, that they have just chosen to live in the shadows. Know that we love you, that your guidance is as close as your breath because it is within you. You are surrounded by angels in a sphere of golden light. Place a sphere of golden light around you each day. Fill it with that beautiful essence of God. It will not allow anything negative to penetrate. It will keep you safe. It will keep you in your integrity, in your humility, and in love with yourself. Surround yourself with this sphere of golden light, and nothing will penetrate to harm you. And radiate light, for light itself can penetrate that sphere as nothing else can. And your light and our light and God's light will radiate out to bless this world and to bring forth the new earth, the new reality that your heart hungers for. We love you. We are within you. May the living spirit that is in our life come forward and bless you. For the living spirit knows who you are, and you are that living spirit. Blessings and peace. We will take a break. We will end this recording, and when we come back, we will answer your questions. Thank you for your attention.